All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning back into Psych Word. You are now on the couch with Rob Gerard. And on the line right now, we have adult film star Sara Jay. Sara, you there?
I am. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for stopping by Psych Word for a few moments. How's everything?
Everything's fantastic right now.
I mean, I see you on Twitter, on Instagram, your YouTube videos. I mean, you look like you're having the time of your life. Are you?
Of course. I am.
Beautiful. Now, before, I mean, you are probably, in most men's opinion, the most successful adult film star who's still active right now. Do you think that's fair to say?
Wow. Maybe. Yeah, it's possible. It's not the most. I'm definitely in a small crowd.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm looking on YouTube earlier, right? And I come across your fan etiquette video. All right. It has 1.5 million views. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, what is this? So I start watching it, and sure enough, it's a video on telling fans about fan etiquette. Tell me a little bit about that. How'd that get started? Whose idea was that?
It was my idea. I have a very successful YouTube page, and we like to do little skits for my page. And of course, the funniest things are based on reality, So, and everybody seems to be fascinated with my life, even though it's mine. It seems pretty boring to me. But these are things that come to me on a daily basis. I get recognized all the time, and every one of those things in that video has happened to me at least 10 times.
Those were so absurd.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and a lot of people, it's hard to translate unless you actually show video of what it is like to be me.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like, I'm sure other celebrities can actually relate to that. They can relate to every little part of the fan etiquette thing that you addressed in the video. Now, did you notice any change in the fans' behavior after you posted the video?
Oddly enough, yes. I have so many fans that come up to me and say they saw my fan etiquette video and they want to make sure that they do everything right.
Wow.
And it's been very helpful. And I have a lot of celebrity friends that are not just in the adult industry but in other industries as well. And it's appropriate for their industries also. Everything from sports to music and of course, mainstream acting. It's appropriate for any celebrity.
Okay. Now, I know at one point you were married, you ended up getting divorced. When did you realize, though, what was the moment that you realized, wow, I can actually make a lucrative living in the adult film industry?
I was 19, and I was a stripper at the time, and I started going to adult film stores with my brother-in-law, my husband's brother, and he really liked porno a lot. And so I would go in the store while he was shopping for his porno, and I would just look around. I wasn't really ever much into porno, but I'd already started stripping, and I picked up some boxes, and I look at the covers, and like, people are having a great time. Like, I think I could do this. I was already exposed to the adult industry already, so it wasn't that much of a leap for me. And to have sex made it even better. To not have sex in the adult industry, I was already stripping and doing nude modeling and stuff. That was almost more challenging. It's almost easier and more natural to have sex with people, at least for me.
So, Sara, aside from sex, what's the strangest thing that a fan has paid you to do?
I can't really say the strangest thing that a fan has paid me to do, but I will tell you one of the strangest gifts I've gotten from a fan.
Okay.
There's a gentleman who has brought me a gallon-sized jug of maple syrup.
Interesting.
Literally, yeah, it's odd a little bit, right? Like a gallon size, like a full gallon. Like, I don't know if I'll ever go through that much maple syrup in my life. I'm going to have a pancake party.
I'm thinking waffles right now, actually. That sounds pretty good.
let's have some pancake parties.
Hey, works for me. I like food. No doubt about that.
Now, Sarah, I'm curious. Tell me about your inner circle. Now, I'd imagine, with your amount of fame and the amount of attention that you get and the amount of money that you're making, you need to keep a circle of positive people and people you can trust. What can you tell us about that?
You are absolutely right. It has taken me a very long time to have as many trustworthy people under the Sara Jay multi-production brand that I have now. And a lot of it's just trial and error. Plus, I'm an only child, which makes me, I think, a little bit more, I'm not quick to trust people, initially anyway. So I have kept my circle very small, and the people that I trust with my secrets and with my business, very, very small. And because of the type of person I am, I don't like to hide what I do or what I'm doing or my agenda. I don't like to be mysterious from the people in my life. So I just try to keep the people in my life very, very, very small.
That's interesting that you said that. Do you find that keeps life a little bit more simple for you, having less?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You nailed it on the head. My mom does my bookkeeping. I have a webmaster. I have 3 editors that I'm very close with. I have, just a very small group of people that, 2 female best friends. It's very, very small. And I don't have any drama in my life ever. I think part of that is because I keep my circle small, and part of it is because of how I deal with things. I'm not the type of person to put out fire with fire. So I think that makes a big difference,
Yeah, that makes a big difference. And then being a woman and connecting with you on that level and hearing what you said about your female friends, it's very difficult to find good female friends. So when you do, I think that's a very valuable thing. And I think, to your point, when you tend to find those valuable people, you do keep the circle smaller so that you can maintain those relationships longer.
Absolutely, and maybe some of it is because I'm an only child and I've created a family that, is not blood related. But the people that are in my life are my family. They will be there forever. Like, I can trust them until the end of time. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, definitely. Now,
yeah.
What do you think is the most difficult part about being in the adult film industry? I mean, I'm sure, you go at something simple like, dating, finding a stable boyfriend, or trusting people. But is there anything else that just makes being in the industry difficult?
You definitely do, and just whether it's in your favor or against you, you are definitely prejudged, no matter what.
What's the hardest part of that judgment? Like, what is it that...
When it's wrong, and you want to prove that it's wrong, without sounding like a little crybaby, you're like, no, that's not me, that's not who I am, that's everybody else, and you want to be believable. Because, for example, I'm not a huge partier. I like to have my fun and stuff like that, but if you invite me to a party, I'm probably not going to get on the table and take my clothes off. I'm probably not going to fuck everybody there. I mean, there's a small possibility that it might. It's not beyond me, but it's probably not going to happen. I'm probably going to be one of the most quiet people at the party, most likely.
What do you do to separate yourself from those judgments and just the stress of the industry and the stress of a career? I mean, in any career, there's always a natural stress level. What are some of the things that you do that kind of take you away from that stress and help you as a person?
First and foremost, I smoke a lot of marijuana. I have no problem admitting that ever in life. I think that even if I wasn't in the industry, just like you said, any kind of job has a certain level of stress, and that's how I relieve my stress. Some people, they go to the bar. Some people, go to the gym. All of those places are great, but marijuana is my go-to thing. I really feel like I can get my head together, think things in a calm, thorough manner, and make good decisions when I'm stoned as opposed to being full of anxiety and stress.
Now, Sarah, last question. After your career in the adult film industry comes to an end, what do you see yourself doing?
I don't ever see my career in the film industry ever coming to an end. I went to film school. I produce, I direct, I edit. I have my own production company. I have my own website. I have a merchandise website. I go make appearances all over the world. And I'm almost 37, almost 38. I'm already 37, almost 38. So, I'm not really that far from 40. I really feel like I can make a career off of Sara Jay, the Sara Jay brand, and my side productions for the rest of my life. There's really no reason for Michael Jordan to start selling because he's not playing basketball anymore.
You know, it's interesting. You just said something really dynamic of your career path and just life in general, right? There's the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. You have no intentions of retiring because you're very passionate about what you do and what you're enjoying, and you are branching off into different categories as you're moving forward into your career. What separates you and motivates you to be that way?
Well, I think it was just the way I was raised. Mom used to say something to me all the time, and she would say, if you're going to do something, don't do it half-assed. And that's always stuck with me. Any decision that I've made to do anything in my life, whether it's paint the house, or wash the car, or go on a vacation, or my career, I'm not going to do it half-assed. Why would you bother?
That's right. I like your attitude.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
It.
All right, well, Sara Jay, thank you very much for stopping by Psych Word. It was a pleasure interviewing you, and we wish you the best of luck in your career in front of and behind the camera.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. It was a great interview. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being with us. More power to you. Thanks for inspiring women.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Thank you.